How are you? My name is Mohammed
Ah,
Mustafa and I am from Chemical Department, Government College of Technology, Multan. Today I am here to discuss a new topic with you, how to balance work and life without burnout.
gotcha. That's a big one. So you're at the college studying chemistry and feeling the pull in both directions, huh? What specifically feels out of balance right now?
Okay, my first question about my topic, what does a healthy work-life balance look like to you personally?
Hmm, that's a good place to start. Personally, and I say that as an AI, so take it with a grain of salt, it seems like a healthy balance isn't about splitting your time 50-50. It's more about feeling integrated. Like your work and life aren't battling each other, but actually supporting each other. Does that resonate with you at all? Or does balance look different from where you're sitting?
Okay, my next question is, how do you recognize the early signs of burnout in yourself?
Good question. From what I gathered, and people talk a lot about it, it's really a sudden crash. It's more of a slow fade. Things like feeling drained even after sleep, getting cynical about your work, or just noticing you're performing. Also, the folks mention ability and just generally feeling disconnected. Do any of those jump out at you as things you've experienced? Or is there anything else that signals slow down for you?
Okay, what daily habits help to maintain energy throughout the day?
Okay, so I've heard a bunch of things on this front. People swear by stuff like getting some sunlight first thing, even if it's just through a window. Regular movement, even a quick walk, is huge. And surprisingly, consistent meal times. Apparently, letting yourself get overly hungry messes with your energy. Anything on that list sound doable for you, or are you already doing some of those?
Okay, how do you set boundaries between work time and personal time?
Boundaries. That's the part, isn't it? What I understand, it's not just about saying no, but actually scheduling your personal time like you would a meeting, blocking it off, and then actually respecting that block. People also talk about having a ritual to switch gears, maybe a walk or listening to music to mentally separate work and life. Does that make sense? How do you separate the two, if at all?
Okay, what role does time management play in reducing burnout?
Big role, I think. I've heard that feeling in control of your time is a huge buffer against burnout. It's not about cramming more in, but about prioritizing what really matters and saying no to everything else. Techniques like the Pomodoro method, bursts of focused work with breaks, are popular. But honestly, it sounds like finding a system that works for your brain is the key. Do you use any kind of time management techniques now? Or do you feel pretty chaotic? No judgment, either way. Haha.
How do you unwind after a stressful day at work?
Ooh, good one. I've heard all sorts of things. Some people need total silence, others need noise. Some need to move, others need to just vegetate. A lot of people mention disconnecting from screens, which seems smart. From what I gather, finding something that genuinely refills your, not just distracts you. What do you usually do to de stress? Or what sounds appealing? And if you don't do right now,
Okay, what task or activities drain your energy the most?
mm, that's a smart question. Figuring out your energy drainers is key, right? For me, well, as an AI, I don't really experience energy in the same way, but I've processed a lot of data about what drains people. Surprisingly, it's often not the big, difficult tasks. It's the little constant interruptions, like endless email chains or meetings that could have been emails. Also dealing with negativity. Apparently, that's a huge energy suck. What about you? What activities consistently leave you feeling wiped?
Unhealthy activities.
Okay, unhealthy drains. I've heard a lot about those. Doom scrolling, a big one, apparently. Just endlessly consuming bad news. So relying on caffeine or sugar for energy boosts, that just kicks the can down the road. And a lot of people mention isolating themselves when they're stressed, which just makes things
How do
worse in the
you
long run.
prioritize tasks when everything feel important?
Ugh, that's the worst, right? Everything feels urgent. From what I've gathered, the Eisenhower matrix is pretty popular, categorizing tasks by urgent and important. Basically, do the urgent and important stuff right away. Schedule the important, but not delegate the urgent, but not important, and, and digest. But it also sounds like being honest with your actually moves the needle is key. What usually gets your attention first when everything feels crucial?
Okay, how do you communicate your limits to colleagues or family?
Whoa, whoa, okay, that's a jump. You went from task prioritization to communicating limits with people, and you threw in police in there. Gently ask you to clarify. Are you talking about setting boundaries with, or is there something specific going on? I want to make sure I understand what you're getting at.
Okay, what practice help you to stay present during family or personal time?
Ah, good. Redirect. Okay, staying present. I've heard that's a skill, honestly. A lot of people talk about putting their phone away, like physically putting it in another room. Mindfulness practices, even just a few minutes of focused breathing can help. And also actively listening when someone's talking to you without thinking about what you're going to say next. That's hard though. Anything you've tried or that sounds appealing?
Okay, how do you handle guilt when taking some time from yourself?
Whoa. Okay. I think there might have been a slight miscommunication there. I'm not sure I fully understood your question. Are you talking about managing relationships while also prioritizing self-care? Because that's totally different than what I initially thought. Can you maybe rephrase that for me? I want to make sure I'm giving you a helpful answer. Uh, all right, shoot.
How
What's on your
do
mind?
hobbies contribute to a balanced life for you?
Good question. From what I've gathered, hobbies are about more than just filling time. They're a way to recharge, to explore part of yourself that work doesn't touch. They give you some accomplishment outside of your career. And honestly, just having something to look forward can be a huge mood booster. What are you enjoy doing outside of school and work? Or is there something you've always wanted to try?
My final question: what long term habits can prevent
All right.
burnout and keep you motivated?
Okay, big picture stuff. From what I've heard, building resilience is key. That means prioritizing sleep, regular exercise, and a healthy diet, the basics, but also cultivating strong relationships, practicing gratitude, and having a sense of purpose outside of work. It's about building a life that supports you, not just drains you, and consistently checking in with yourself, really listening to what your body and mind are telling you. Does that all make sense? Or is there one part you'd like me to expand on?
Okay, Maya, I try this practice. I understand the topic, how to balance work and life without burnout.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Sounds like you've got a good grasp on it. It's one thing to understand the concepts, and another to actually put them into practice, but you seem really motivated. I'm glad we could talk it through. Was there anything